Has just taken the green flag. Elliott Sadler leads them into turn one. Tony Stewart trying to recapture the lead on the inside.
I got the impression Tony didn't like that 38 car be in front of him.
Both those cars took 2 tires, Alan.
Hey, Bill, Tony Stewart and Greg Zipadelli had a conversation just before the restart talking about locking up the bonus points for leading the most laps. They've already calculated how many more laps they need to lead to get that done.
Harvick is in third. That was a fuel-only stop. Matt Kenseth came to pit road 5th. Had that right front locked up. Now runs 27th in that 17 car.
Yep, he's got his work cut out for him. But he's got a good race car. If he's patient, he'll be able to pick his way up. Back to the front.
Over go. Tony Stewart back in front of Elliott Sadler, trying to get those 5 bonus points for leading the most laps.
We'll watch the leaders. Let's take you inside the TNT pit window.
17 car comes down onto pit road, locks up the wheels, comes to like a normal stop. Stop. Back it up just 1 second. Can we back it up just 1 second? And okay. There, see that lug nut flying around? Watch on the right front. There is a lug nut flying around. Now, that's not the one, but that's what happens. Those lug nuts fly around, and sometimes they get lodged between the brake caliper and the rotor. So when the car starts to roll, that lug nut comes around and catches on the rotor and will not allow the right front tire to turn.
As he pulls out, it's locked up and stays that way.
So Matt limped the car around the track and came back to his crew.
You see, they have a hammer and a screwdriver there just to make sure that they got something to get that lug nut out of. See, there it is. They take the hammer and drive that lug nut out.
They were very fortunate this happened under the caution. Matt?
And the wheel that came off, this is the wheel off the right front. You can see the scrapes from that lug nut on the inside of the wheel. This team, World Pit Crew Championships champions and BP, we've seen it several times over the past year and a half. A freak instant like this, something that really is no one's fault, but it happens. These guys definitely rebounding, though, working their way back up through traffic.
And now you need to hope your driver is mentally tough.
Exactly. Because it's going to take you to the next, it's going to take 3 or 4 races to make up for this lug nut. Well, maybe not.
I don't know. I think that 17 car will be in top 5 before this thing's over.
You think he's good enough to get back up there?
Yes, I do.
If nothing else, they may have to use pit strategy to get back toward the front. We'll see how it unfolds. It's Ryan Newman in the 12, Greg Biffle in the 16. This is for 6th. We want to point out that Casey Kane in the 9 car did a fuel-only stop. That got him from 17th to 5th. Dave?
Bill, Biffle held that 6th position when the green flag came back out, but he's lost it. They tried to adjust that car back from the way it was. They made it, as Kevin Harvick now goes by the 38 of Sadler for 2nd. Biffle said he wanted that track bar adjustment back out that they made the first time because the car had gotten just a little bit tight off of the corner, a little bit loose in. So they're working on that. And Jeff Gordon going after the 38-2 guys. He's going backwards.
Yeah, Gordon took 2 tires that stop, but they needed that track position back. They were running good. They came in. They had a problem with the lug nut. They dropped it. They had to put it on by hand, and he lost all that position. So this was a good call to take 2 tires. The car was good enough to put him right back into the top 5.
Gordon's problems on pit road came on lap 74. Then the 2 tire stop under this recent caution, and they have got some track position back, and he's trying to get the position from Sadler, Marty.
Yeah, Wally's exactly right. What happened is they dropped the lug nut off the left rear tire on the stop previous to this one. So Jeff made the call. Let's take 2 tires here, gain that track position back. They have a pretty good race car, just a little too loose into the corner, a little too tight off the corners for the 2014. Dave?
Marty, remember Elliott Sadler changed just 2 right side tires on that last stop. He just radioed his crew. I don't think I like just 2 tires. Makes the front end really chatter through the corners.
Now, like Marty said, that the driver called the 2 tires. Now, if the driver called 2 tires, that means he's got a good race car, and he's confident to put 2 tires on it. Now, the 38, did Sadler make that call, or the crew chief make that call on the tire?
We'll have to check that out. Dave?
Dave, did the driver make that call?
I hear you while I'm going to find out.
Okay.
Hang on.
Thanks.
Making those guys run up and down pit road. And the one thing about the 24 car, they've got nothing to lose.
Well, sure.
Because they're not in the chase. They want to try and get their car better. Build momentum.
38.
Yep.
And Kurt Busch, since the repairs were made on his car, he has picked up 2 spots. He's gone by Wayne Anderson and Ted Christopher. He's picked up 6 points, and we told you that he was going to have to run 32.77 seconds to be able to stay out there. Well, last time by, he ran 30.75. So
not an issue.
Not an issue. As a matter of fact, he's up there trying to race the 99 car to go by his teammate, Carl Edwards.
But no fun. I mean, you're out there on a laps on your own, and it's a long race to be racing no one.
But he's on a mission because he's 20 laps behind J.J. Yaley and 40 laps behind Blaney and a few more to Schrader. So they're telling him, look, we got a shot. If these guys have trouble, you might be able to pick up 4 or 5 more spots.
If they have trouble. It's a long way to go if they don't have trouble. All right, Dave, you got me an answer?
Yeah, sorry it took so long. There was a big lobster in my way down here. I talked to Todd Parrott, and I said, was that always in your game plan when the day started, or did Elliott want to try that right now? He said, we planned to do that one time early on in the race here, and that was our opportunity. That was our call.
Yeah. Okay.
Casey Kane washes up the track a little bit. Ryan Newman busts the move, gets inside. Tony Stewart leads by 0.4 of a second over Kevin Harvick.